Hello there, world of tankers. Welcome to the channel. I'm your host, Droodles Blitz, and in today's video, we are going to be talking about the latest update for World of Tanks Blitz. Now, as of now, the update hasn't really added anything new. No new vehicles have been brought into the game, no changes in terms of balance, but there's one massive change that happened, which I've been asking Wargaming to bring into Blitz for years, and that is damage indicators. If we make our way over to the HUD option in settings, right at the bottom here you can see damage indicators. Displays 3 indicators for accumulated damage in battle: damage dealt, damage assisted, and damage blocked. What that means is we now finally have a way to actually see how much damage we are dealing throughout a battle, how much damage we are assisting throughout a battle, and how much we've blocked. Now, block damage isn't too big of an important factor because it doesn't really mean anything, but in terms of damage dealt, it's quite nice that you can actually see how much you've done instead of having to look at the stupid ribbons that pop up in the corner of the screen. This is something that I've been asking Wargaming to legitimately add for years, and I'm finally happy that they have. So here we are on Desert Sands, and up against us we have an E50M, a Balshation, and a Sheridan. That's a pretty cringe matchup. Not to mention, all of their heavies are quite mobile, the 113 and E6. This game could be a steamroll. This could be an absolute steamroll, but we'll see. I have a feeling that their team is going to make their way over to the medium flank, and I have a feeling that our team isn't. So because of that, I'm, sorry 121, but I'm not going to be helping you. I'm going to chill right here for now, and if the 121 spots people, I'm going to chill and try and support, but I don't really like... Oh my god, my sensitivity is completely messed up, dude. Alright, we got the side of the E50, and there you go. If you look at the side of my screen, you can see the damage counter has finally been fixed, so I'm going to set this down to like 24%. That's totally fine. Yeah, exactly what I predicted is the case. We can see that the enemy team is on this flank of the map, and I'm gonna try and support my team. Okay, dude. Alright, guess I'm being blind fired. That's a little cringe. I will get a revenge shot into the E6, though. There you go, 650 damage into that player, so I can't really get too mad. That's still a win for me. Alright, let's reload, and let's see if I can help out with the bat chat. There you go, 598 damage into that player. As you can see, we've dealt now 1,871, which is pretty good stuff if you ask me. We're going to reload again. 3, 2, 1. The Sheridan gets shot, which is obviously quite important, and what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to chill here, and we're going to see if I can support my teammate from the Sheridan, aiming, boom, 589, and I back into cover. I'm actually really surprised that the enemy team is doing this bad. I'm really shocked, to be real, because I've kind of had to do a lot, but, well, there you go. We cleared the enemy Sheridan, and my 121 is still alive, which is really crazy. We're going to actually win this game because of this. I mean, I just need to reload slightly longer. We have the E50 showing me his entire flat side, which I get a 515 damage pendant to, and that puts me over 3,300 damage already. And the only tanks left are the E6, E50M, and Balshation. So really, I just kind of allowed our team to have the easiest victory here, so I can't get too mad at all. Let's see if I can get some damage into the E6 maybe. There you go. I think that E50 actually just rammed that E6 into the open. I feel kind of bad for him, but I'm not going to, like, throw away damage, right? Alright, let's reload. We got 3 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Load a gold shell to guarantee the pen. Yeah, this was, it was a pretty easy game, but it's such a good example of where the Sheridan is able to show the damage numbers, right? This has been something I've literally been waiting years for Wargaming to add into the game. And I'm really happy they've actually decided to do this. I don't need to look at the stupid ribbons anymore. I can just look at my damage. In fact, I'm probably going to get rid of the ribbons. I'm going to do that right after this game because I don't need them. The ribbons are a waste. They pop up. They're distracting. I don't need that. So, yeah, we played a game in the Sheridan. And you saw how the damage counter went up. I wish we could change the colors of the damage counter, but it's fine. We still ended up dealing 4,000 damage and having a really, really solid victory there. I'm a little surprised that the enemy Sheridan made such a foolish mistake as a 61%er. I don't know why they allowed me to box them in and basically clear them out of the game. I'll give my 1-2 on a lot of credit. I thought that we were going to get steamrolled on the medium side. I knew that the E6 was going to go over there. I knew that the 50M, that the Batchat, the Sheridan, all of those tanks were going to flank over to medium side, and I was really worried that if the 113 and the rest of their tank destroyers had overlooked, it would have been the end of my game. But surprisingly, the 1-2-1 survived a much longer amount of time than I expected, and I think the play that I made was the right play. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back in the settings really quickly, go back over to HUD, and we're going to get rid of ribbons. I don't need those anymore. Now what we're going to do is we're going to swap over to a heavy, so we can also see the damage blocked counter appear as we're playing. What heavy do we want to use? What would be a fun heavy that I would... Oh, yeah. Yeah, buddy. Let's do the Type 5 Heavy. I think that's about as big and bad as we can get. Unfortunately, I will not be playing on Desert Sands in the Type 5 Heavy, which is probably the best map. But as long as we get a smaller map, and hopefully not Castilla or Dead Rail, we might do okay. I think Dead Rail is probably the worst possible map for the Type 5. Castilla's bad, but it's not as bad as Dead Rail. The problem with Dead Rail is that this tank is so large that it's almost impossible to poke any ridgeline. It really is just nearly impossible. So you're kind of stuck in that terrible situation where you really can't do anything, but we'll see. We'll see what we can do. Not a lot of people in queue right now. Makes sense. The update literally just dropped. I stayed up till 5 in the morning to get this video out, so don't ever say I don't have dedication for the Blitz game. Alright, we're on Mines, which is an alright map, I guess. I'm not going to say it's anything incredible, but we'll see what we can do here. Up against us, we have a 4-202 and a Patton. Okay, so they got some cringe mediums. They also got a lot of tank destroyers. I'm just going to go down. I've learned that driving super heavies up mid-hill is not a good play, especially ones that are literally half the size of the hill. So instead, we're just going to go to the town, and we're going to see if I can get easy bleeds into this crossing right here. Type 5 Heavy is such a bop. It really is. 800 damage per shot, paired with the level of armor this thing has, allows it to be pretty dang scary. Now, we have that 113 detected, and I don't know what that 113's plan is, but I don't really care. We're just going to move up, and anything over here? I'm probably spotted. Yeah, that was not a shock to me. The problem is they have all those tank destroyers, and none of them are spotted, which means they're probably all sitting in the back. So what I'm going to do is move up, just like this. I think I'm far enough away that those tank destroyers can't see me. We have the Foch, who I'm hoping... Come on, show me your side! Well, you know what? I can load a high explosive, and that is free damage. I don't know how much damage the high explosive did, but it's probably a decent amount. We're going to reload. We have to wait 5 more seconds, and then this 113's not going to enjoy life. You ready? Here we go. Are you ready to lose a lot of your health? Well, bonk. And there you go. You'll notice that not only did we deal 784, which is on the damage counter, but we also blocked 400, which is also on the damage counter. So what are we going to do here? Well, I'm just going to push the 113. If we can tap them for a little bit, there you go. 70 damage is all I needed. They are now a potential one-shot. So, going to aim it on their engine deck and get a clearing shot for 794. This thing is so stupid, dude. It really is. Alright, well, we're going to move up. 8 seconds left to go, and I got my eyes set on that enemy Contracaro. I don't really care about the 268, to be honest. I just want to shoot this Contracaro, so let's aim it on the side, and bonk! 846 damage. Thank you very, very much. Okay, well, let's just move up a little bit more, and not really sure what to think about this current ongoing game. I'm just going to push the 268. We're already up to 2,400 damage, which means one penetrating AP shell. Oh! 1,000 damage, and just like that, we're now up to 3,500, because the Type 5 Heavy is an incredibly stupid, overpowered tank. Well, there's 27 damage. Yeah, I definitely think the Type 5 Heavy needs a nerf, I'll be honest, but, Yeah, it's a dumb tank, I'll be real. But, there you go, that player's dead. Foch does take a lot of hit points off me, but let's be real, it doesn't really mean anything. We're already up to 4,000 damage, and there's no world that Foch is going to be able to kill me, so I'm just going to move on up. Come here, Foch, I want to have a word with you. Actually, you know what, it is possible the Foch could kill me. I don't know if I can actually climb up this hill fast enough. Let's see. I'm getting up the hill now. Come on, and... I would have died, actually. That shot missed. I would have died. We still did pretty good damage, and you can see exactly how the damage indicators work. They're super easy to understand. They show you how much you've assisted, how much you've dealt, and everything else. How much did we deal to that Foch with a high explosive? It doesn't actually look like that much. Only 191? That's pretty lame. But either way, it's really nice that we have damage indicators. I'm happy that Wargaming has finally done this. Bro, we got 0 awards apart from a 3rd class. What the heck? Either way, hopefully you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. I have to say, Wargaming has definitely been going in the correct direction on recent updates, especially with some more information I can't share yet, but is coming into the game. So, hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.